Mr. Prim dealt firsthand with the uncertainty of not knowing whether or not he would ever make it home. Please welcome to the stage, Technical Sergeant Retired, Robert Prim.
Morning. I'm not real big on these. I got a big mouth. So, as Shirt said, I was a dog handler. I deployed, I don't know how many times. And we all did that one deployment where they said, write out your will. I was young, I was dumb. I was like, you know what? My own family really didn't know what I did, but they knew I was good at what I did. So I was assigned to ODA. That's the code name for Special Forces for layman's terms. We got an assignment one day, and it was right around noon. They said, hey, we're gonna go out on a mission tonight. I said, okay. So grab your gear, get your dog ready, get a good night's sleep. I said, no big deal. There was a different tone in my boss's voice on this one, so I knew it was a little bit different. Several hours later, I learned it was a priority one suspect. He was a bomb maker. I went, cool. So I talked to our ops team. I asked them, I said, can I get a satellite photo of where we're going to be going to? Small village outside of Salter City, Baghdad, Iraq. I was like, all right, this should be pretty easy. Not a big village. Can't be that hard. So went out with them, went out with the regular convoy. As we were, right before we left, we always had a chaplain come out and see us, which is really creepy. Because whenever you go, you just have that weird feeling. But right before I left, I was supposed to have a picture shown up. I had my friend take a picture of me. And I told my friend, I said, you know what to do. I had 3 letters. One of my ex-wife, whenever I was married to her, one of my daughter, and one of my folks. It wasn't a confession of everything I did right, everything I did wrong. It was more of the lines of, I love you. Thank you for raising me right. To my daughter, I hope I was a good father. And to my wife, I hope I was a good husband to you. Thank you for putting up with, who I am, because I am a handful. Here's a picture of me so you can always remember what I look like, because I find bombs. I will come back as a pink mist. It's a reality check. Because we all know it, they give us what, helmets, body armor. That does not protect you from a 500-pound bomb. So we went out, chaplain gave us, I asked the chaplain to bless me a little bit more than normal. And my partner, named Chris, same thing with him, because we're the ones finding the bombs. Made it out to the city. We parked at the 2 o'clock. He parked at the 4 o'clock. We went in. Everything was great. Hit the first first house. They kicked in the doors. I was like, man, this is pretty cool. It's not my first mission, but for some odd reason, this was just a cool mission. Leapfrog, went to the second house. And they looked at me, they're like, hey, Air Force. I had no name. I worked with the Army. They did not know my name. I have no idea why. They could not remember the word Bobby. I wrote it on my name tape even. They could not remember Bobby. Hey, Air Force. What? Do you want to try kicking this door? I'm like, yeah, sure. How hard can this be? They didn't tell me it was reinforced steel, because they can tell I can't. All my might kicked that door, I fell right back, and they laughed. They thought it was funny. I'm like, y'all are idiots. So I kicked the door, kicked it 2 or 3 times. I finally got it open. My dog went in, hit the first room, saw somebody. She was not a threat. Put her on the ground, zip tied her. Went through the room, and this is what really got me. The room I went in, anybody's ever cleared a room, you always go to the left. You do. Muscle memory. Always go to your left. My problem is I went to the right. Do we have anybody who likes to shoot weapons, guns, pistols, anything? So we all know what a Glock is. For those who don't know what a Glock is, everybody buys a Glock for one reason. You can bury it in the sand, you can throw that sucker in the freezer, and it will shoot 20 years later. Not this time. Went to the right, there was a gun right on the back of my neck. And I heard a click. My dog turned around, 116-pound German Shepherd, Belgian Malinois mix. Boy dog, girl's name, real vicious, but he protect dad. He turned around, took out the guy's ribs, about this far. I reached down to grab him. Next thing I know, a couple shots went through this guy's forehead. His Glock jammed. This is uncalled for, never heard of. So as I'm holding my dog, I have this warm sensation going down the back of my neck. This is the day I should have been dead. It scared me. I was deaf. I had bullets whizzing by my head. He went down, Overwatch grabbed me. First thing he did was grab my vest, lifted me up. His hand went down the back of my vest. I looked at him, I went, "What are you doing?" He goes, and I'm screaming, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm looking for bullet holes." I don't have any, I'm filling a vest. I was so out of it, it was scary. He ripped my vest open, he checked my front. I mean, literally, he checked everything. I went, "I only got a couple holes on me, and they're not bullet holes, so I mean, they're right here." And he just goes, "You're safe." And I looked out the window, the door, and I see this guy in a burlap sack getting drugged down the hallway. I said, "Did we get him?" He goes, "Yes." I went, "Great." And I just collapsed. I was exhausted. It scared me that much. He took me out, put me in the Humvee, grabbed my dog. He grabbed my dog, got back to base, and I'm just doing this. Chaplain met us. He looked at me, he goes, "You okay?" Every guy on the planet will always say, "What?" "I'm okay." Because guys never admit when they need help. I'm a man. My dad taught me we don't cry, we don't ever ask for help, and we don't need anything from nobody. That went on for years. Everybody I went out with killed themselves. They couldn't take it. I'm the last survivor of my whole convoy. They all shot themselves, suicide. Don't know why. I got the last news with my new wife several months ago, long time ago. What was that? Let's see, 2007, bad with math, about 17 years ago. My last friend died. And I'm still alive. I'm sitting there going, why am I alive? What do I do? Do I put a needle in my arm? Do I put a gun to my mouth? I have my nightmares. I still can't go into public without freaking out. I can't go to a concert without her holding my hand. I start shaking, I start crying. You see me crying, you better run, because I'm either scared to death or I'm gonna start hurting somebody really quick. I have to wear a bracelet just to remind me who I am, and if I freak out, who to call. And I'm embarrassed to wear this half the time, because why? I'm a man. This is a label for me. I'm still in therapy. I talk about my feelings. And they said, "You want a male doctor or female?" I said, "I don't talk to men. I would like a female doctor." They said, "All right, we're going to give you a man." I went, "No, I want a female." So the first day I went there, they said, "We got you a man." I went, "Nope, want a female." For that reason. She goes, "Why did you choose me?" I went, "I don't talk to men. Men don't have feelings. I will like talk to a woman." And I'm still in therapy. I still have my nightmares. The hardest part about PTSD is no matter what you can take, what you can do is asking for the first step is, I need help. I've lost more friends than I even care to even talk about. Ladies, they talk. They got their girl time. Guys don't do this. "How are you feeling? You good?" They go, "Let's go get a beer. Let's go shoot pool. Let's go to the range. Do this. You good?" "Oh yeah, we're good. All right, let's go back to doing what we're doing." Hey, I got work to do. They bury themselves in the gym. They bury themselves on their job. They bury themselves with yard work. They bury themselves with whatever they can so they don't have to think about it. That's what I do. I will spend 8 hours cutting my grass. That could be done in an hour. I will spend 3 hours in the gym that I can knock out in 45 minutes. Gym is my therapy. So whatever you need to do in life, please seek it out. A lot of people don't want to go to mental health because they'll lose their weapon. You get it back. You will get it back, I promise. There's always somebody out there. We have these amazing people, MFLAG people are attached to us. Talk to them. Please talk to them. Don't be like my friends. Don't be like me and wait years just to go, I can't take it anymore, where you're so far deep where it takes a huge machine just to get you your neck above the water. I beg y'all, please just go talk to somebody, okay? But that is my story about PTSD, mental health, and I encourage everybody to talk to first line supervisors. If they're not around, you got an amazing shirt that does care. They don't sleep anyway, so who cares? Wake them up. My shirt never sleeps. He's a walking zombie. And he just got back. I'm gonna call him every night, have so much for dinner. My deputy, he'll cook me something strange. He don't care. Just don't eat his beef jerky. My commander, every night. You good? Great. Chief, same thing. He cared about my feelings last night, brought me some food. So talk to your command staff. But that's my story.